With few days left before the window shuts, Chelsea remain very much active in the market. So today we'll break down the latest from Fabrizio and Xavi Simons, find out what is happening with Garnacho, talk about Chelsea new superstar centre-back link, as well as discuss a potential move for Donnarumma. But before we get into all that, you know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. We're on the road to 10k subscribers. Let's dive into it. My friends, the Xavi Simons saga has taken a twist. For weeks now, we have been talking about how Chelsea are pushing hard to get the Dutch superstar in blue. But now there is a new shark in the water, and it's Manchester City. According to reports, Man City has re-established contact with super agent Ali Barrett in an attempt to lure Xavi away from Chelsea. That's right, Pep Guardiola's side has officially thrown their hat in the ring, and Bobby Vincent is confirming it too. Man City are in the race to sign Xavi Simons, though the Dutchman priority remains Chelsea. That's the key here. Even with Manchester City making moves, the priority for Xavi Simons remains Chelsea. Multiple sources has described City as in the race, but right now, Xavi's eye is firmly set on Stamford Bridge. But while all this is going on, there's a subplot developing. RB Leipzig has inquired about Christopher Nkunku, and we know Nkunku wants to move on this summer. But hold on, as Fabrizio made clear, a swap deal involving Christopher Nkunku is currently not being discussed. RB Leipzig are open to a look. But here is the part where Chelsea fans will love. Fabrizio also told the Zone Sports that Xavi Simons is waiting for Chelsea, so the deal remains absolutely on, trying to find the best solution possible to make it work. Let that sink in. He has agreed everything. In fact, Pelletigo via Sky Sport Germany has confirmed Xavi Simons has also agreed full terms with Chelsea and is waiting to join Chelsea, waiting patiently. Chelsea are still signaling they want to finalize the deal, but first need further player offload. A swap involving Christopher Nkunku is currently not being discussed. RB Leipzig are open to Nkunku loan. The total Xavi package is currently expensive for Bayern Munich. Right now it's clear, Chelsea are still in the driver's seat. Xavi is waiting for us. We have agreed terms. The deal is alive. But Man City are cycling. Leipzig are sniffing around Nkunku, and the clock is ticking. This is going to be a tense end to the window. But as it stands, it's Chelsea's due to lose. And while the Xavi Simons race continue, there's a big subplot developing, and it involves a player we know well, Christopher Nkunku. According to Leon 20, Chelsea forward Christopher Nkunku could be open to a return to RB Leipzig this summer if his former club interest in a potential move advances. This is interesting because Nkunku's career at Chelsea, he has had flashes of brilliance, and there is an admiration for Christopher Nkunku at Chelsea after his outstanding Club World Cup performance. But as Nizar Kansela explained, he's believed to be searching for more than the beat part role currently on offer at Stamford Bridge, and that's where it's linked directly to Xavi Simons' deal. Fabrizio Romano on YouTube also confirmed contact between Chelsea and Leipzig for Xavi Simons continue. Simon wants to go to Chelsea, and Chelsea maintain their contacts with Leipzig active. The possibility to include Nkunku is a yes. In other words, the Nkunku situation and the Xavi Simons negotiation are not two separate stories. They are tangled together. However, there is a twist. Even if Leipzig wants him, Nkunku ambition might make this move tricky. Mr. Kansela adds, sources close to Nkunku has also explained his reluctance to join a club like Leipzig, as he's aiming to play at a Champions League level next season. That's the key. Leipzig are in Europe, but not in the Champions League, and that could be a sticking point for the Frenchman. Fabrizio Romano, speaking on DAZN Football, has told us keep an eye on Nkunku and the conversation with RB Leipzig, because the player was already there and there is a possibility for him to go back to Leipzig as part of their negotiation for Xavi Simons. So yes, this could be the domino that helped the Xavi Simons deal get over the line. But here is the reality from the German side. Pelletigo and Sky Sports Germany report RB Leipzig has high opinion of Christopher Nkunku and are interested in a return. A permanent deal, however, is currently unlikely. Leipzig are also not planning a swap deal involving Xavi. If anything, Leipzig would consider a loan. Even then, there would need to be a special arrangement regarding wage coverage. And that tells us two things. One, Leipzig love the player. Two, this is far from straightforward, especially involving wages and structures. So where does that leave us? We're now in a situation where Chelsea and Leipzig talks for Xavi Simons are directly linked to Christopher Nkunku's future. We have a player who is admired at Chelsea, wants more game time, and is open to Leipzig, but only under the right condition, and could be, in a theory, to be a part of a deal to unlock Xavi Simons. It's all still alive, but as always in the markets, it's all about finding the balance between the player wish, the club demand, and the financial package. But now let's talk about a player who has been making the headline, the one who has been crystal clear with his intention, Alessandro Garnacho. Chelsea or nothing. Chelsea or I stay here and I won't play football for the next 6 or 12 months. That's not coming from whispers. That's coming straight from Fabrizio Romano on this zone. This is not a casual preference. This is a full-on declaration of loyalty to Chelsea project. Fabrizio also confirmed Chelsea has stepped up talks for Alessandro Garnacho. Club-to-club negotiation with Manchester United are now well underway. Garnacho only won Chelsea. Personal terms are agreed. The two clubs are in negotiation over a fee. Garnacho is expected to become a Chelsea player this summer. We are not talking about hypotheticals here. This is real movement. Club-to-club talks are well underway, and that's all that is left for the two sides to shake hands on the numbers. From our point of view, we have the upper hand here. Why? Because the player is already pushing from his side. He's told Manchester United he wants out. They have made it clear if he doesn't leave, he won't play. And that means his value drops. And that's where it gets interesting, because we are in a win-win scenario. Best case, we get Garnacho this summer, inject him straight into our attack, and watch him thrive under Enzo Maresca. Second best case, United dig their heel in. He doesn't play, his value drops, and we come back in January or next summer to get him cheaper. Either way, Chelsea are in driving seat, and Garnacho knows exactly where he wants to be. But moving on, you know how Chelsea operates. We might say we are not looking today, but when the opportunity pops up, we are ready to pounce. According to Fabrizio Romano, Donnarumma will leave Paris Saint-Germain for sure. Most likely this or eventually next summer. The relationship is completely broken after club decide to exclude Gigio from the squad for their Super Cup. The Italian goalkeeper has been PSG #1 goalkeeper for years, but the latest fallout changes everything. His relationship with the club is now well beyond repair, and all signs point to a move, with the Premier League most likely the destination, according to Fabrizio Romano. And here is where it gets interesting for Chelsea fans. Manchester United and Chelsea has inquired about Donnarumma's situation in recent hours, and that's according to Fabrizio Hawkins. That's right, both clubs are cycling, but before we get too excited, there is a detail to remember. According to Fabrizio Romano, at the moment Chelsea insist on their position, they are not looking for a goalkeeper. Donnarumma will be an opportunity now. So officially the club isn't looking for a goalkeeper, but this is Chelsea. An opportunity like this doesn't come often. The real sticking point, wages. Donnarumma's current PSG salary is among the highest for a goalkeeper in the world, and that's actually one of the reasons he's leaving. If he's looking for a massive payday, I don't see Chelsea breaking the wage structure for him. But here's the thing, if the market doesn't move for him now, his price and negotiation power will only drop over time. That means if we hold off until January or next summer, and he still wants to move to England, the numbers could work in our favor. It's classic Chelsea. We might not be leading the race today, but if the door opens and finances align, we might step through it. But moving on, Chelsea's search for a new centre-back has taken a very interesting twist. So here is the latest. According to Secret Scouts, Chelsea has now added Alessandro Bastoni to their centre-back shortlist. Inter Milan, however, are taking the firm stand that the Italian is not for sale, at least not for anything less than 70 million euros. As things stands, the Serie A giants are not willing to sell. That price tag and stance make things extremely very complicated, and we still don't know whether Chelsea will actually follow through on their interest. But as always, in the transfer market, anything can happen. We already know Chelsea are one centre-back short after Levi Colwill injury, and while the rumors keep flying about a possible replacement, there is a clear sense that Enzo Maresca is putting a full trust on Josh Acheampong. Now this is where it gets interesting. Trusting a 17-year-old to step into a key defensive role is what I call high risk, high reward gamble. If Acheampong delivers, it's going to look like a masterstroke, the birth of a new Cobham star. But if it doesn't click straight away, questions will be asked. The Bastoni links feels like Chelsea saying, we have trust in our youngsters, but we are also keeping the heavy artillery on standby. Inter sees Bastoni as a defensive cornerstone, a player you can build your backline around for the next decade. He's 25, in his prime, tactically intelligent, and arguably one of the best left-footed defenders in the game. Naturally, Chelsea interests have raised eyebrows. But here is the big question. Is this a genuine intent from Chelsea, or just early-stage admiration? Some reports suggest Maresca is pushing for a new centre-back, but whether that push is aimed at Bastoni is specifically remains to be seen. For now, it's a waiting game. This could be one of those speculative names on a long list. It could quietly become a blockbuster chase. And remember, we have seen Chelsea make sudden, unexpected moves before. The only certainty is that we are 100% in the market for a new centre-back, and it's just a matter of who we go for. That's the video, my friend. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. It go be.